If you've been to Calvin, you've walked where generations before you have walked. From the first steps at the William Street, Madison, and Franklin campuses, to the open spaces of the Knollcrest Farm, Calvin is where connection, growth, and a 150-year legacy converge. From a few students in the general education track of a small theological school, to a leading Christian liberal arts university with a global network of over 66,000 alumni. It's more than a place. It's our common ground. The Dutch Reformed immigrant community needed to train more pastors, more than informal mentoring in senior pastors' homes could support, to ensure that its faith and values would endure. In 1876, Calvin became a theological school to build a more sustainable model for pastoral formation. The school's literary program evolved into a high school, then a junior college, to a four-year college, and finally a university. Its first faculty member, Geert Boer, answered the call to teach, chalk in hand and faith in his heart. His dedication helped shape a school rooted in shared purpose and a growing vision. To think deeply, act justly, and live wholeheartedly. The introduction of Calvin's first four-year bachelor degree programs in 1920 marked a turning point. The curriculum expanded with the times. Languages, science, music, psychology. 4 majors became 24. Ideas deepened, vision widened. These years forged a foundation for enduring academic excellence. It was a time of resilience and renewal. From humble beginnings through enduring the Great Depression and the shadows of war, Calvin flourished and bloomed, planting seeds for generations to come. The world was changing, and so was Calvin. As students returned from war, the campus pulsed with new life. Enrollment surged. Ideas flourished. However, the cherished Franklin campus could no longer hold the dreams of a growing community. In 1956, a bold vision took root. 400 acres of Knollcrest farmland became the soil where future roots would take hold. With President Spoelhoff's vision and architect William Fife's modern designs, a new Calvin began to rise, bold, expansive, and ready for the future. Brick by brick, beam by beam, this was more than just a building project. It was designed to be a community of learning, a place where hearts and minds could grow in wisdom and find their place to serve the world. Students at Calvin encountered and took part in the wider world. Cultural upheavals of the 60s and 70s echoed through Calvin's halls. Civil rights, Vietnam, apartheid. Faith and ethics collided in spirited debates and late-night dorm room conversations. Calvin didn't shy away. Professors and students wrestled together. What does it mean to be Christ's agents of love and renewal in a broken world? During these turbulent times, Calvin leaned into resilience, learning not just to survive, but to grow deeper, stronger, and more connected to the needs of a changing world. Through decades of change, Calvin grew, physically, spiritually, academically, and culturally. Calvin made becoming a diverse, vibrant global community part of its mission. The Knollcrest campus buzzed with tradition and transformation. Knollcrest Festival, Cokes and clubs, dorm life alive with friendships that would last a lifetime. And on the fields and courts, Calvin's athletes pushed boundaries, building teamwork, resilience, and school pride. But Calvin was never content to be just a place of learning. it became a place of doing, of action shaped by faith. In classrooms, students wrestled with complex questions. In the city, they rolled up their sleeves. In the world, they became leaders, peacemakers, artists, scientists, and pastors. From Grand Rapids to Ghana, from Seattle to Seoul, Calvin's influence rippled outward with over 66,000 alumni living out the mission to think deeply, act justly, and live wholeheartedly as Christ's agents of renewal in the world. At times, renewal took bold and creative forms, like launching the Calvin Prison Initiative, bringing education and hope to those society has forgotten. Or embracing growing diversity, welcoming students from every nation, tribe, and tongue into a shared story of grace. And restoring creation through efforts like the Plaster Creek Stewards, where students and faculty work side by side to heal polluted watersheds and care for God's earth. At Calvin, we engage both what endures in lives of learning, conviction, and service to something greater and the needs of our communities in the world today. Calvin's mission has been its common ground on every campus. Now, 150 years later, after those first steps on William Street and through every move and milestone since, it remains a place where faith, learning, and community converge. The world is changing, and Calvin keeps answering God's call. In the last decade alone, the college became a university. Calvin has expanded its academic reach, adding programs in business, health, education, STEM, and the humanities to equip students for the world's greatest challenges. Our campus, a crossroads of cultures, now welcomes students from over 60 nations. Our graduates ranked among the best in the nation for graduate school acceptance. On the field, the court, and track, Calvin Knights continue to excel, winning multiple NCAA Division III national championships and MIAA All Sports Awards. Calvin stands on a promise to all students, learning with heart, forging paths of impact. Here, tradition and innovation walk hand in hand. Here, faith is not static, it's alive. Here, we will never stop learning to think deeply, act justly, and live wholeheartedly. So what about the next 150 years? What will this community dream, design, and dare to do in the future? The call remains the same, to teach and learn as people who love God with our minds, hands, and hearts, to prepare graduates for careers and for lives of purpose, to be a community where grace, curiosity, and wisdom are common, yet extraordinary. Calvin is more than a place. It's a calling, a mission, a legacy. And the next chapter is still being written by us. To God be the glory.